Hey yo, it is I, the Great Taco, and I'm here with a set review this time instead of another Deep Space Mine. I decided to do this while it's still relevant, so yeah. So this is set number 40581 Bionicle Tahu and Takua. This is a gift with a purchase that is, currently when I'm recording it, is still going until February 9th, started on January 27th. I got it day one, so that's kind of cool. It's supposed to be kind of like a legacy remake of the set from 2001. So let's get into it. So I'm going to start with the side builds, which is Takua and this little build here. So we have this little thing here, which is supposed to be the Motunui rock and the Makuta rock from Minogue, the first Bionicle movie. It's been seen in several places throughout the years. Would have been nice if this was printed, but I kind of understand why they didn't. They have a budget to have, so I imagine it's probably lower than give the purchase, but still, this is a cool little build. It's only 6 pieces, but it gets the job done, and it's pretty iconic to what Bionicle has, so there's that. And the other build is Takua, which is a very good recreation of the character. I don't have the original version of him. This is supposed to be the Mictoran, once he has the throwing, the weird arms. He just looks like the version that they had in Minogue. It's still good. I like him. He's funky. Now he actually does have a movable head and ankles and whatnot, and then his arms can move up and down. The disc here is just a 3x3 round tile in black with nothing on it. I can understand why they did that though, considering in Minogue or everywhere they had these discs they didn't have anything on them. Whenever they came in a set, they had stuff on it though. He moves feet as well, which is a very nice recreation of those feet from 2001, which I think stopped being made in 2003. I don't know. Then he has yellow on the back of his head, which is inaccurate to the original character, but it makes sense as this probably would have been there had they used a different headpiece. So I like that added detail. He also has his backpack, which is very easily removable. You can look at his back there. It's pretty simple. Now for his torso, he has just some ingots here for detail and a stud and a jumper plate with a stud on it. I'll show you what that is after I get to Tahu. But then his mask is the printed slope piece. And it is like a 4-piece build. I think it works pretty well to represent a Pakari, and that's what he looks like without it on. Kind of funny. So, there's that. Now for the star of the show, Tahu himself, is very cool. So, first, looking at the stand here, it is very nice. It's a nice representation of the original box art, because in the original box art, he was like surfing on a rock, on like a lava wave, which actually will show you the new box, which is supposed to represent the same thing. Then you have this bunch of really cool details down here at the bottom to look like lava. It is very nice as a display stand, and of course, he is removable. And this is a very robust stand. This board doesn't move at all, which is fine. It doesn't really need to. And we have the man himself. What's more? So something that's like noticeable about this one, that he's a lot smoother than the original. It looks like they smoothed them out over the course of 22 years. I don't think that's an issue. I know to some that is, but it doesn't bother me that much. On his right arm, it's supposed to be like the weapon arm from 2001. So it has the grooves here and a slightly extended thing here. So I think they did a pretty good job representing that there. The sword, a lot of people were saying it's inaccurate. I think this is what it was originally like envisioned to look like, but they just made it red to match the color scheme. Because it is shown glowing in the original like Tahu video on the CD-ROM. Also, like, he has elbows and knees and stuff. So, also he has these, which when I bring out my original, you'll see what those are supposed to be. Once again, same kind of build in the other arm for the upper one, but then he has this hand here, which took up less space on the original, but I get why they did this. Less pieces to use. Then for the legs, he has no ankles, which is something I really thought was weird. Makes him a little hard to pose on the board, but it looks fine, not bad. And those are the technicals that he uses to attach to it. Then just pretty basic looking, nothing super special there. Then for the torso, he uses the same ball piece that he used on the original, which I really like. And he has this bar piece here, which was new to me as of, I think, it was last year. It was, I think, a new piece for like either 2021 or 2022, I don't remember. But it's still pretty hard to get in sets because they don't use it super often. So it's a nice addition here. And then he has torso swivel. And he doesn't have an ab crunch, but he can bend backwards as well. Yeah, he looks good. I like it. And his mask also comes off as well. That's what his head looks like. The top part is just attached. The mask itself is very nice. And actually, something I didn't mention about Takua's as well is that they actually have metallic printing on the eyes to give them a little bit of glow. Now, bringing out the original for comparison, I broke him. His sword came off. Now, bringing out the original, this man, the new one is noticeably shorter. It's like a Pokemon evolution. I don't have Tiny Tahu, but it's like kind of, if you know, you know. So the original has just the one color sword, and the black parts on the shoulders are supposed to represent these here, which I like that detail on the new one. The old one has this function here, where you can swing the arm. Right. Then that old one has ankles. So the legs on the old one or the new one have the same amount of articulation as the new one. And of course that ball piece I was mentioning. And then old one, his head can't move, and then that's what he looks like under the mask. Now for the pink, some might say that this is red, but in LEGO's catalog when this set was made, that color is pink. It is supposed to be like a transparent salmon or something. I don't know what the color is called, some weird pink. But yeah. That's why the new one's eyes are this weird pink, because this is inaccurate, but they don't make the color anymore, so I get the compromise. So yeah, those are the two, side by side. Now, as for the stud on Takua's back, if I can get Tahu on here, there we go. It is supposed to be so that he can piggyback on Tahu. So, in the first Bionicle movie, Tahu takes Takua and like rides with him, or like he takes him on a ride down a lava river. So you can attach Takua to his back here, sort of recreate that scene, even if this is supposed to be Tahu Mata and not Tahu Nuva, as he was in the movie. So I personally really like this. Look, this is how I've been displaying it. So yeah, now for the the box, which I actually still have. I usually throw away boxes, but this one's too cool to throw away. You see, it's a really good representation of the original box art. I'm not going to go grab the instructions that I have, which do have the original box art, simply because I'm lazy. That's why I'm not going to grab them. But I think it's funny that it says 18 plus. I know a lot of Bionicle fans who are under 18. So it's kind of funny to me. Then it has the original Bionicle logo there. Then it has the LEGO logo here as well. It doesn't have Technic on there anywhere, which makes sense because this is not a Technic set. But yeah. In the back, you have just both of them there. And then this is the only reason, or one of the reasons I knew that you could do that function with him. And then, of course, the kind of breakdown, because they did this on the original canisters as well, showing them like that. And yes, I used the push tab. I'm a heretic. Bite me. So yeah, I am personally very happy with this set, even if I had to pay $100 to get it. Expect more set reviews from that haul in the future. So yeah, I guess that's it. Ciao.